Two major headlines out of COVID tonight on vaccines. First, if you're looking for a plan to get your young kids or grandkids a shot, it seems a plan has come together. The White House rolled out its vision today to vaccinate children aged 5 to 11. The FDA and CDC still have to approve Pfizer's shot for that age group, but the Biden administration now says they expect the regulators will give emergency use authorization within the next couple of weeks.
We've been working closely with governors, pediatricians, pharmacies, community health centers, rural health centers, and other vaccine providers to prepare for this moment. We're completing the operational planning to ensure vaccinations for kids ages 5 through 11 are available, easy, and convenient.
The White House says it has enough doses to vaccinate the nation's 28 million children between the ages of 5 and 9. An FDA advisory panel is scheduled to meet just next week to review the data and the safety plus effectiveness of Pfizer's vaccine on kids. The second headline tonight, major news on booster shots. The FDA just authorized an additional dose for millions of Americans who got Moderna and J&J vaccines. It also gave doctors and health officials the green light to mix and match the shots. Details on that in just a moment. First to CNBC's Meg Terrell on the effort to vaccinate more kids. Meg, this is going to look and feel a whole lot different than the first vaccine rollout, huh?
Yeah, Shep, there are a few things that'll be different this time around, aside, of course, from just the smaller arms. The administration today emphasizing they want to make sure the vaccine is available in places that kids and their parents know and trust, including 25,000 pediatrician and primary care doctors' offices, more than 100 children's hospitals, tens of thousands of pharmacies, and hundreds of school and community health centers. Now, the packaging will also change for this vaccine to make it easier to handle in settings like doctors' offices, smaller configurations, as well as smaller needles for the kids' vaccine. Remember, it's a third of the dose of the vaccine for kids 12 and up and adults. This one will have an orange cap to differentiate it from the higher dose vaccine, which has a purple cap. Now, another major difference that should make this rollout simpler is the vaccine can be stored in the fridge for up to 10 weeks. It doesn't have to be kept super frozen like the original vaccine. The form for adults can now be stored in the fridge for up to a month, but Pfizer plans to modify it early next year so it can also be kept in the fridge for 10 weeks, which would simplify distribution around the world. Shep?
Meg, the FDA clearing mix and match boosters just now. Any surprises to report?
Yeah, the FDA is being really broad in how it's allowing people to switch vaccine types for boosters if they want to. There had been an expectation they might encourage people to stick with the same kind and allow a switch essentially only if necessary. Instead, the FDA is making clear anybody eligible for a boost can get any vaccine type. So the guidance for J&J folks is 2 months out from their first shot, they can get another J&J, a Pfizer, or a half dose of Moderna. And folks who got Moderna or Pfizer who are in the eligibility groups can get a booster of any of those at 6 months out. The CDC's advisors are meeting tomorrow to discuss all of this, which could provide more clarity to folks wondering which one they should get. And after that, if the CDC director signs off, eligible groups should be able to get their booster shots possibly as soon as Friday. Jeff?
Hope so. Thank you, Meg.